Now, astronauts may look like they're floating in space, but they're actually in a constant free fall around Earth. And that's the secret behind orbit. And how missions like Artemis II travel through space. We're going to find out all about it from our buddy Ian Reed, manager of academic and youth programs at MOSI. So happy to have you, Ian.
Glad to be here once again.
Yes.
Always grateful for the invite. Yes.
Okay, when I first saw you setting up the table, I was like, oh, we're bobbing for apples. We're doing a Snow White skit. It's a poison apple. What are we doing with Ian? But no, we're orbiting.
Yes, yes. So one of the questions we got, we had a wonderful experience in showing the Artemis launch at MOSI. So people always ask us, well, what happens? What are they doing in space? What is orbit? What are they doing? And so to me, this is the best way to demonstrate what happens in space. So we have 4 Apple astronauts, of course, after our 4 wonderful astronauts, that being Reed Hansen, Victor Glover, Christina Coate, and Jeremy Hansen.
There they are.
There they are right there.
Representative.
And so, exactly. So all we do is we place this into our bucket. And so what a lot of people didn't realize is they didn't head straight to the moon. They had to go into orbit first and then go around, and they got a chance to take pictures and see the dark side of the moon part that no one has ever seen. And so to demonstrate this, I have my orbit bucket.
Okay.
And so basically what I'm going to do is just going to swing it around because there's a few things about orbit that people should know. And that is, it's just a path.
Okay. You remind me of my husband with his golf clubs right now. You're so comfortable doing that, but I'm right here, Ian.
So this is a path, and so that's what they did. They had to go into orbit first, and then they head off to the moon. Now, very curious young man said, okay, those are solids, those are people, but what about liquids in space? And I said, well, liquids in space will be kind of in the same way. The only thing is with liquids, if it's spilled, they want to become their natural space shape, which is a sphere, so a circle. So he did not believe me. So I had to show him.
You said, I can prove it.
I can.
Here we go. We're adding some liquid to the Apple astronauts.
We're going to add liquid to it. So he said, oh, no, it gets messy. It spills everywhere. And so, as you can see, it doesn't. Because of centripetal force, which causes the orbit, it will remain there. Now,
and centripetal force is just a fun word.
Correct.
In and of itself.
Exactly. And so the only way that the water would come out is if I hit the table, hit you, which I would not do.
No. Okay? You know what you're doing.
And that will cause the water to come out. That's thanks to Sir Isaac Newton and his laws of motion. But that's what happens in space. So that's what happened with our friends who great 10-day mission with Artemis II mission, and so that's what happened. They orbited first, then went around dark side of the moon, came back, landed safely, all as planned. Everyone was shocked, but that's what STEM does, and so all 4 astronauts.
Right, right. Okay, so Ian, I also have to ask you about a principle called microgravity.
Yes.
So how does that come into play with this?
Well, what microgravity does is when you leave the Earth, gravity kind of shrinks, which causes a lot of things to happen. You actually get taller. So your
yes, we're talking about that.
Your backbone, spinal part does this. Because gravity keeps it like this, but then it goes up by 3 inches. So you grow 3 inches.
It's like a chiropractic visit.
Yes.
My gosh.
Yes, and so a lot of times you'll see many of the female astronauts, they'll have hats because your hair will also stand on end as well. And you look a little flush in the face because of the way that your blood circulates as well. So that's all due to the microgravity.
Fascinating what changes it imparts upon the human body. Now, Ian, it's funny because we're having these discussions. I love it. This mission for kids, it's spawning their curiosity, and we're sitting around the table at night talking about some of the stuff that you just described, and now I have information to back it up. Another thing we're also talking about, we don't have to get into it, but I think we learned a little bit with this bucket and the water, is where do they go to the bathroom? What happens when we don't have to get into it.
Really quick, long story short, in space, you use the bathroom backwards. So what you do is you flush first, then use the restroom, and then you close it. You flush first because you create a vacuum and it sucks everything down.
Interesting.
And then upon re-entry, they have an area where they release all of the waste, and it burns up basically in the atmosphere.
Okay,
So,
there you go. See, glad I asked. Now we know. Another answer for the children and their potty talk at the dinner table.
Yes, yes.
Ian, what else is happening at MOSI? Because you guys always have the best classes going on, the most information.
Definitely check our website. We're starting our weekend family workshops. We just had one with Leonardo da Vinci, and I'm pretty sure pretty soon we'll have one relating to flight, which will be our next traveling exhibit. Of course, summer camp starts June 1st. We still have some seats available, so please visit our mosi.org website to stay informed. Everything is going on.
Fantastic. We love having you, Ian. Thank you so much. Always fun.
Yes, yes.